This is our most sacred place. Outsiders are forbidden. I want answers. No one was supposed to come back here until everything was safe. I want to kill whatever evil has crept into the Dreaming City. There is an immense creature at the heart of this place. The fate of the Dreaming City is at stake.
Destiny 2 Forsaken, available September 4th. Pre-order and get the Ace of Spades Last Hand Ornament, plus Cade's Exotic Stash.
you see that, Petrel? Petrel? Guardian? Must have knocked out the comm relays with that spectacular landing. And cue the ominous music. Okay, everybody. Back in your cages. I said, back in your cages! Yeah, that hurt. Sorry, not sorry. That's it. Now I'm pissed. Oh, is that really all you got? Help me out here, little buddy. I'm coming home, Ace.
We should have been there.
Well, this is awkward. You got a gun I can borrow?
This is not your fault.
Any last words?
How's your sister?
For our fire team. For Cade. This is on the head of Aldrin Sov.
My friends, my barons, go unleash chaos.
The three of us want the same thing, Spider. Aldrin and his barons. Dead.
I cannot wait to see how this ends. We are not an army. We are not conquerors. We need to keep our eyes on our home, our people.
This is Cade we're talking about. For us to do nothing is
Say it.
cowardice.
I refuse to bury any more friends.
You won't have to. Aldrin Sov is mine.
So, this is to be a reckoning.
I know where Aldrin is. Baron scheme.
You have no idea what he's done!
The line between light and dark is so very thin. Do you know which side you're on?
We will take the reef by storm. All of us, every Titan, every Warlock, every Hunter. If he thinks what he's done is the end, it's not. It's the beginning.
You gotta promise me. Put Aldrin in the ground. Do we have a deal?
Destiny 2 Forsaken, available September 4th. Play the all-new hybrid game mode Gambit. Free 24-hour trial begins Saturday.
This little game you're about to play, I call Gambit. Your fire team's gonna compete with another gang of Guardians to see which of you is better at hunting all the enemies of humanity. All right, all right, all right. Let's see what we've got. Fallen.
This is Gambit, an all-new hybrid game mode for Destiny 2 Forsaken. It's team PvE with some PvP. Fight, collect, bank, invade.
Perfect.
2 teams of 4 in separate arenas. First to kill the boss wins. But you don't fight each other. Not yet. You fight these guys, and that thing. Kill enemies, grab the motes they drop, and bank them to score. Deposit enough at once, and you'll send the other team a blocker, a beast to slow down their progress.
That'll take them a while to chew.
And every 25 motes your team racks up, well, you don't send a beast, you are the beast. Buffed and unleashed on the enemy team with one goal: disruption.
One more in the grave. 3 down.
Pick your targets wisely, because when a Guardian dies, their motes die with them. Now, once your team has enough motes banked, you'll face the big boss, a primeval.
You've summoned a primeval. Kill it, and the win is yours.
Burn him down. But look alive, because he won't be alone. A Guardian from the other team can keep invading through the final fight. Stick together to wreck the enemy faster, or send a Guardian to bomb the other side. Throughout a match, that's your gamble. And it can reap killer rewards. Fight, collect, bank, invade. Dominate the enemies. Deny your opponent. Destroy the primeval. This is Gambit.
Woo! Yeah!
Greetings, Guardians. Thank you so much for tuning in. The Gambit Showdown begins in less than 2 minutes. This is a sound check. This is an opportunity for us to adjust our audio levels. You should take the opportunity to do the same. The games begin in just under 1 minute and 40 seconds. If you're in chat, please sound off with a hell yeah. Welcome to the show. We are coming to you live from Bungie. This is a Showdown. The game is Gambit. And tomorrow, on September 1st, for only 24 hours, every player of Destiny 2 is invited to try this brand new activity that we have created for Destiny 2 Forsaken. It's competitive, it's cooperative, and we're about to show you how it's done. We have some very special guests assembled in our studio today to show you the ways of burning down the primeval. I'm Deej from Bungie. I will be your host for this Gambit Showdown. But more importantly, let me introduce you to the combatants that we have in studio today. Beginning with Team Alpha, we have true Vanguard, Twitch streamer, connoisseur of Destiny Combat, TV to his friends and subscribers. Glad to have you here.
Hey, so glad to be here.
So show us your Guardian.
Okay,
what do you have
so today we're running the new Striker Titan, the Thunder Crash Super, turns into a missile. It's sick. And I'm running a sniper rifle because I'm scared to death of that girl. Yeah. And yeah,
we'll explain that rivalry in a moment. Yeah. Also on your team, Zach Levine.
How you doing? How you doing?
In town from the Chicago Bulls, but this is your hometown.
That's where I live at, man. I've been here a couple times, so.
Yeah. Not your first time in the studio. We're glad to have you back.
Yeah, I feel at home already.
Show us your player for the day.
I got a Hunter, the new Night Stalker, and I'm going with the pulse rifle with the kill clip. Or no, it's not kill clip. Rampage, up. Shotgun also, because I'm scared of her, and the rocket launcher. So she already headshot me earlier, so I'm ready to go.
All right. Also on Team Alpha, we have Sh55.
Me.
Twitch streamer. Certainly no stranger to our community, but perhaps you could introduce them to your Destiny 2 Year 2 Titan.
I was a Destiny 1 hunter. That was my jam, and then came to Destiny 2, and Titan's been it since the beginning. So Striker Titan's my man.
Things change.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see how that Striker Titan does today. And then also in town from Chicago, we have Vic Mensa. Wonderful to have you. I believe that makes this Team Chicago.
For sure. Especially already.
Yeah? Anyone mind? You don't mind being on Team Chicago?
I like pizza.
Be good at shooting something up.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yikes!
Show us your Guardian for this completely safe game of Gambit.
Right. Yeah, I got a Warlock. I got a fully auto. Shotgun, rocket launcher, all for Dylan Francis.
All right, yeah. Let's go. Let's talk about the competition. Best of luck to Team Alpha. Your competition will be formidable. Your reputation precedes you. First chair for Team Bravo. We have Ms. 5000 Watts.
Yes.
Twitch streamer, co-host of the Destiny Community Podcast, and perennial hunter. Show us your build for the day, please.
I am using the new Hunter, Night Stalker, with the pulse rifle, Bygones, sniper, because I'm scared of that man. Gotta shut him down. And with the rocket launcher.
All right. Also on Team Bravo, we have Luka Doncic, originally from Slovenia, but now a Dallas Maverick. So talk to us about how you're going to play with this team today.
I'm going to play with Warlock. I just have a auto rifle, shotgun, and a rocket launcher.
It's my favorite build, my favorite way to play. I hope it works well for you. Also on Team Bravo, from Optic Gaming, we have Diesel.
Yeah.
No stranger to professional combat, but how are you configured for victory today?
Striker Titan, do a little dunking. I feel like there's a vibe going on here. I'm going to use the bow as well because I've never used it, and I feel like I need to show it off. So.
It's a bold promise to make as you face off against two basketball players in combat, but this might be your only chance to dunk on them. Right?
Yeah. I'm going to take it.
And then rounding out Team Bravo, we have Dylan Francis. Let's list off all of your accolades here. Platinum selling artist, DJ, actor, producer, part-time streamer. You're basically a Renaissance man.
Yes, and a basketball player.
And a basketball player. Who knew?
You go to my Instagram, there's a shot, half court, boom.
Really?
Let's go, dude.
Let's go.
I'm ready. After this.
Let's talk about your talents in Gambit today. What will you be playing as?
Striker Titan, pulse rifle, shotgun, rocket launcher, straight to his dome. Big mitts. Out.
All right.
Taking him out the whole time.
All right. See how this goes.
The whole time.
The trash talking is already lively. We're glad that you're all here. Also in studio today, we have two elite players from our community to call the action in real time. So let's go live to the shoutcasting table, introduce you to M. Tasht and Dr. Lupo. Perhaps they can give us some context for these pre-existing rivalries.
I'm M-Tashed, and I'm extremely overdressed for this situation.
You look absolutely ridiculous, Mike. I was going to say, I'm glad you got ahead of me.
You know, I was actually going for an interview here. They have a janitor opening. Thinking about trying to slide into the Bungie career path, but
best of luck to you.
Yeah. Today we're going to be playing some Gambit, which is going to be coming tomorrow. Tomorrow, 24 hours.
24 hours on
of
September
Gambit.
1st. But then you get a taste of it on September 1st. September 4th at 10 a.m. Pacific. Forsaken is available on Xbox One, PlayStation, and PC. And if you don't get in there, we're gonna have a problem. Just so you know. All right.
It's actually free to download right now on PlayStation Plus, which is a pretty cool thing as well. So check that out if you want to start playing Gambit. Well, tomorrow. Now we've got a Gambit Showdown going on, but I'm actually really excited to see a little bit of a rivalry between Miss 5000 Watts and True Vanguard. They played at Guardian Con, which we cast before.
If you recall, at Guardian Con, you could actually hear it in True Vanguard's voice, the pure fear of a man watching his career go down the drain if he hit those shots that you know she's gonna. Mike, you know she's gonna.
Every time. We watched them in warm-ups. She was deadly. They were all deadly. Actually, I'm going to say that Bravo team has me very excited to see some of the plays they're going to be making today.
There was, I think there was even a bet going on beforehand for stream pink slips between a number of these content creators. Plus, I think Dylan Francis was distracted by wanting to go into space to add to his list of things to do. So there's that.
So we're going to be looking at the rules in just a moment. We're going to send it back to Deej so we can get underway with the games.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. The last step before we begin this showdown is to take a look at the combat scenario for Gambit. Pay very close attention because this is your pre-mission briefing.
Fight, collect, bank, invade. 2 teams of 4 in separate arenas. Kill enemies, grab the motes they drop, and bank them to score. Deposit enough at once, and you'll send the other team a blocker. A beast to slow down their progress. And every 25 motes your team racks up, you don't send a beast, you are the beast.
One more in the grave.
Dominate the enemies. Deny your opponent. Destroy the prime evil. This is Gambit.
All right, let's get this started. Alpha team, are we ready?
Ready. Ready.
Bravo team, are we ready?
Yeah.
All right. Team leads, launch the activity. This will be a best-of-3 affair today. The showdown will be won by the first team to win 2 matches. Those matches will be decided by the teams that are able to win 2 rounds. With all that said, let's throw back to the shoutcasting table.
Welcome back. I mean, you're going to see a lot of us today, and you're going to love it. Trust us. It's going to be a good time. We've seen some amazing gameplay so far. Lupo, what was your favorite day, what was your favorite play earlier on? Was it the Primeval Melt in like 2 seconds?
Yeah, it's crazy. Gambit has the ability, this game type is kind of designed in a way where snowballing isn't necessarily an issue. These players, they can dunk those motes in, start unleashing blockers on the other team, and you can see a big shift in gameplay very quickly. You can come back from deficits that in other game types it's not necessarily possible.
Yeah, if you're down 50 kills in Clash, you're probably going to lose that game. We have seen some comebacks where a team has their Primeval out, they're melting it, and with some really good invasions and smart play, usage of their supers, the other team is coming back. We saw some shocking stuff at Guardian Con. I think there's a picture of True Vanguard just going, oh, because they couldn't face.
Yeah, the single tear rolling down his cheek too as he watches his team just fall apart. Now that's not going to happen here. I heard him earlier pep talking about I think how short Miss 5000 Watts was, which I mean she might be shorter than him in real life, but she towers over him in terms of skill. So we'll see how things play out during gameplay today.
Wow, does someone have the number for the burn ward? My goodness. They're jumping into the game now. To give you guys a little bit of an example of what's going on, they are currently on the Emerald Coast. This is the EDZ map. This is actually the map that you guys are going to get to play tomorrow during the Gambit 24-hour preview event. So make sure you're paying attention here. Watch where some of the enemies spawn, check out the map, and learn it so you can dominate
a hard left out of
tomorrow.
Here.
Now, during the Gambit intro video, they talked about basically the strategy. Take out the PvE,
start slaying, start grabbing
gather the motes, dunk those to push blockers to the other side until you get an opportunity. There are the waypoints on the bar
I'm not going to
across
pick
the
up.
top.
I'm going to let you guys stop
As soon as you get a gate open, invasions start to happen.
Yep, we've got some Cabal invaders right now in the forested area. as you can see, every time one of these enemies is taken out, they're cascading with multiple motes. Smaller enemies giving you one, the bigger ones
head to the beach.
Multiple.
We've seen a couple different loadouts in here, Mike. A number of the players now, we have half of the field right now is actually playing as a Titan. The new super turns you into a Guardian.
Another blocker up.
But
I'm gonna go.
Even before you get to the point where you have a super, a lot of auto rifle shotgun setups, a lot of players using rockets. But you saw earlier, Diesel is actually rocking one of the new weapon type, the bow.
Yes.
Which I'm super excited about getting my hands on. I've talked about it a bunch on stream. See your Diesel in the bottom left down there, that arc bow.
All right, go collect. Let's get
one more.
It's an opportunity to make some crazy plays.
I'll take care of the block.
One more. I need one.
Any game, I'll take it. Any game, I'll take it.
You know, the funny thing about this game is you can be a PvE player and dominate. You can be a PvP player and invade and do a lot for your team. I think anyone who plays Destiny is going to have a lot of fun with this.
They're in.
And there's a portal. There's someone invading right now. It's actually True Vanguard.
Do we know where he is?
No, I don't see him.
Looking for that target.
I don't know if you noticed that. He was actually scoping in on Miss 5,000 Watts, trying to set the pace already for this rival.
Oh, he's on the left.
Body shot. 2 body shots. Watts goes down.
Nice.
Now, Watts also lost 5 motes. When you kill these players, they're going to drop anything in their inventory. So True Vanguard is hunting for a couple of more. He's got a few seconds left, trying to shoot down on Luka. Doncic gets a second one.
Well done.
3 kills.
Is
that a rocket launcher?
From the other team.
We need to kill the guys.
Blew me up. Really good position. A lot of motes dropped there.
We can
True Vanguard. I think I'm going to be honest with you. If this were able to go on YouTube, he would title it something like Embarrassing Stream.
No, honestly, when we were watching earlier, he was going to town, but what I've really enjoyed is everyone who's invading, using their supers, they're tending to get quite a few kills. It's a very balanced teams so far, and as you can see on the score, it is 34 to 21.
We've seen a couple times here Bravo choosing to push small blockers through early, just trying to make sure they're sending as much, as much fodder through as possible. I think Dylan Francis has the ability to bank one right now. He's going in. He's going to push through another small blocker to Alpha side. It's kind of they're going for a snowball effect, building things up.
There's 5,000 Watts now with that invasion. Gonna line up that first snipe.
Zach going down. Watts looking for number 2 on True Vanguard.
Body shot. Unable to take him out though. He's kind of counter sniping, so she's gonna have to play it smart here. Looking for another target, trying to hit that shot, and a beautiful shot on Vic Mensa. Chasing down now, 7 seconds left on the invasion. Watts putting in pulse shots.
Zach getting revenge, taking Watts out. Watts, go back to your side, all right? Alpha team's busy.
Now Lupo, look at that score. They've really closed the gap here. Bravo team now 39 to 40. They were down 20 points before. And now actually Bravo team taking the lead a little bit, 5 to 40, or 45 to 40.
There we go. Nice job. Nice job.
Seeing some bow shots coming out from Diesel. Look at that thing.
That triple headshot shoots a trio of arrows when you charge it all the way up, and you put out some serious damage with that thing. But it is invasion time. Zach Levine going in, popping that Night Stalker super Spectral Blade, and he's looking for targets. He's stealthed, not going to show up on the radar, but
it's on the right, on the right.
Yeah. Oh yes. Dylan Francis going down. That's 1. Looking for number 2 in the air, dropping in.
Get some too.
Gets the double kill, but Watts is there with her super to take him out. That's a great invade. Every time you can get a couple of kills, you should be happy. Honestly, anytime you're disrupting that enemy team, whether it's a blocker or an invasion, you're going to be happy. So there looks like there's another portal up. And I'm not sure who's going to go through this time. Watts is thinking about it over there and decides to go through. Watts with that rocket launcher ready to go. Switching between the sniper and the rockets.
No super for Watts, but attempt number 2. She has a handful of shots. She's getting flanked from the backside over there. You can see Vic Mensa says no, no, no. But it might not be enough. We'll see here. Watts taking the shots. That pulse rifle coming out and takes Vic Mensa down.
Crisp aim now with that pulse rifle and a thunder crash slamming.
True Vanguard.
Beautiful counter super there, shutting that down.
True Vanguard says, not in my house, Watts.
Yep, they're actually extremely close right now, Alpha team, to getting that Prime Evil out. You guys have to remember that the longer the Prime Evil is out on the map, the more damage you're going to do. So they want to get that thing going as soon as humanly possible. But Bravo team, again, closing the gap on this lead. They have so many motes in their back pocket that if they cash in right now, they'll have their Prime Evil as well.
Vic Mensa, you see Alpha.
There we go.
And the Prime Evil is out. Now, coordinating supers, trying to burn this thing down as fast as possible is going to be super important. But at the same time, an enemy evasion, an Alpha side invasion is
2 Prime Evils.
True Vanguard is actually trying to deal with an invader that's shooting at them. It looks like Optic Diesel trying to flank around with that shotgun. Oh my God! True Vanguard with a beautiful snipe on the invader. That is a massive play right now because, as we know, death heals primeval. So now we're going to jump on with True Vanguard, who's invading himself. Let's see if he can do a little bit better than Diesel did with this invasion.
Time to show him how it's done, TV. Oh! Diesel says, no, I can do that too, bud.
Wow, that was
look.
beautiful.
If you could see the look on True Vanguard's face right now, absolutely stunned.
He's shocked. That was a beautiful rocket shot. Those rockets actually have a little bit of heat seeking on them. So if you line up that shot, you're going to take out a lot of targets with it. Health bars on the Primevals are very close right now, but you can see a little Primeval Slayer buff on the left-hand side of the screen. That is going to stack up as this Primeval is out, and you're going to do more and more damage.
Vader inbound. Zach trying to combat him right now. Take a look over there. It is, of course, Watts. An efficient Slayer. Takes 50 out. Still mixing it up.
That's a last-minute kill. We've got that well of radiance, well of light going down, giving them healing, giving them extra damage. This Primeval is taking a ton of damage right now. True Vanguard is going in there, trying to get some kills, shutting them down. And the first snipe.
Luca going for body shots. That's 2-piece from True Vanguard pushing in. He has 2 targets remaining. Looking for the body shot. There's number 3, Dylan Francis going down. Can he get the quad?
There's a sneaky little goose under the map here, but he's chasing him down. Pulse rifle shot. And got him! Quad, the 4-piece. The perfect invade there. Health bars on these Primevals are very close, but Alpha Team is bursting them down. Those kills gave them enough healing that the Bravo team is really struggling. Alpha closes it out. Wow. Wow.
True Vanguard put on a big show there, too. You see the celebration on the Alpha side. Those invasions make all the difference. You have to remember, when the opponent team comes in, if you're not watching the feed, you don't see that. They take you out, they're going to heal their Primeval, and especially when it comes down to Primeval versus Primeval, the burn down phase, you have to watch for those invasions, because if you're not paying attention, it could cost you the game.
And with 4 kills, you're healing like probably half of the HP bar there. And when both Primevals are out, that's like the key is not dying to those invasions.
Timing those supers, coordinating the pushes, that kind of thing, and keeping your eyes open for invaders. You have to remember too, so when an invader comes in, they glow red, they have the overshield, they get a little bit more health. You can watch for those. A lot of communication is important, timing your shots on people and making sure you take those invaders out as fast as you can. Hopefully they learn from their mistakes. Bravo team trying to put together a good show here. Maybe last round we saw them pushing through a lot of small blockers, Mike. Right. Maybe a better bet to save up, push some large ones through, try and coordinate. You have to worry though, if they do that and Alpha team, they activate multiple supers at the same time, right? You can clear out an entire push from multiple large invaders, and it's a throwaway.
Yeah, it's actually kind of interesting you said that. If you look at some of the players, they have their super right now. So your super energy is going to carry over between rounds. So going into round 2 and into round 3, if it happens, you have some crazy things that will happen because of everyone's access to these supers. Someone invades, you get supered. Someone is invading, they're going to super you. So you have to be very careful at this point. But honestly, if you're behind in moats, you can even use those supers to just clear out these waves because you're going to get it back before the next round.
You actually saw on the feed down there, True Vanguard used the Thunder Crash, I believe, to do exactly that.
Gotta go to the bank.
Get as many moats, build up a good buffer, and that way they can coordinate a push at the same time. Now, you're going to see people, and watching the feed, as I said, is crazy important. That's how you know what's happening. It's a good tool for communicating every step of the way about how things are playing out. Yeah, so if you're not watching that and you're not communicating, you're putting your team in a bad position. A medium blocker coming in from Alpha team, and this should be a moment where Bravo says, okay guys, we need to look for this, even a small and a large, all at the same time. Wow. Alpha is doing exactly what we're saying, building up that buffer. They're already 53 to 11. But Bravo has, you can see the bars on the top. Bravo has they're carrying a lot of moats right now. That might not matter. Zach, wow, takes him his 5,000 watts out. That Night Stalker super, very powerful. Looking for Luca to go down as well. Gets the 2-piece. Zach Levine looking for number 3, Dylan Francis. The rocket goes down as well. Gonna get the quad, looking for Optic Diesel. Going for the bank right now. He's gonna push in.
That was insane.
Oh,
Zach Levine just took out 22 moats for the other team. 22 moats. And Optic Diesel sneaks in, sprinting, praying, oh my God, don't kill me, because he had 15 moats in his back pocket. If he would have went down there, that would have honestly been round over. That was insanity.
Now you have to remember, as we were talking about earlier, necessarily being in a deficit isn't bad. It doesn't mean that you're done. because you build up a big buffer, you get a really good push and time and invasion to take people out. It can be crazy. Now, Miss 5000 Watts gets that burst rifle. The pulse has just been wonderful for her so far. She's taken a lot of eliminations during invasions with that. She's looking for more here.
I like how Alpha was grouping up there, though, trying to defend. You know, I want to call out 55 there. We heard her across the room here calling, she's over by me. She's calling out a real team player. I've noticed her focusing on killing a lot of these ads, generating modes for her team, being very vocal out there.
Now, you see in the feed, large blocker inbound from the opposing team. While True Vanguard is moving in, they're coordinating a timing on deploying blockers, because there's only 3 on the other side, but that might not matter. Diesel drops the rocket on True Vanguard.
He has killed him like four times
There is
now.
a vendetta there. I cannot wait to see the Twitter drama afterwards.
Optic Diesel, honestly, looking like he's very at home here in the Destiny universe. He's played many FPS games before, but he's been grinding a little bit of Destiny. I heard he got to 400 power level in the span of like 2 weeks. So
wow,
yeah, he's looking very comfortable. Zach Levine now putting some shots in on this Honored Centurion. As you guys may have heard earlier, the larger the enemy, the tankier the enemy, usually the more motes that they're going to drop. So when you take out those enemies, you're going to get 3 or 4 motes compared to a Scion where you might just get 1.
Dylan Francis here jumping on board. He does have a rocket now. He's looking and trying to develop a good buffer of motes. He's only carrying 1 right now, but there's a number dropping from the targets in front of him. He's just going to run through, grab those, and keep kind of working on a collection, so to say. But this might not be the time for that. As you can see, there was an invasion happening right there. Diesel, Vanguard trying to take some shots on him. Not enough. Diesel gets a shotgun shot on True Vanguard midair. Drops the 6 motes. Blockers coming in as well on Alpha's side. Diesel's looking for number 2 in the air. Takes Zach down. Goes for number 3.
And he's teleported.
Gets it. Vic Mensa goes down as well. The Diesel. Big plays.
Now, if you were looking there, Alpha actually had enough motes to get their Primeval. And with those kills, he has shot them down. They only have 62. That push alone was enough to really sway this game.
Already you can see 75, so we're going to have a Primeval coming through here soon. The enemy portal is activated, so you're going to see an invader.
Yep. Looks like True Vanguard
trying to jump in the portal.
He's about to have his super as well, so we might see a big Thunder Crash from True Vanguard. I'm hoping he pops it, jump in the air, and soar at them like Superman. True Vanguard.
Spread your wings, True Vanguard.
Let us see it. A beautiful body shot.
Body shot. Look for another pair of body shots.
And
True Vanguard trying to activate the super and take Watts down. But again, that pulse rifle, incredibly powerful in Watts' hands. She's super accurate. Now she immediately shifts gears. This is a player that spent a lot of time playing Destiny, so her game knowledge is always on. It's always on point. Very aware of her surroundings. She knows. Took the invader out. Let's go back to farming the motes up. Try and get as much going as she can. But it's time for Primevals, right?
Yep.
Now keep in mind, you see here on your screen standing in that well again. But if there is an invasion, Mike, you know you can shoot the sword to get rid of it.
Yeah, I heard about that. If you guys see a bunch of Guardians hanging out in one of those wells of radiance, you can actually shut that down by shooting the sword or dive in.
Zach says no, no, no.
Oh my God!
Gets the double.
Spectral Blades destroying everything in his path. Zach Levine
gets it.
Was that a counter super?
It was a counter super.
Spectral Blade versus Spectral Blade there. Miss 5000 Watts taking out Zach, but not before he gets just a couple kills on them.
If you saw in the feed, 55 shut down Diesel's invasion simultaneously with a super. They were trying to invade each other at the exact same time.
Wow.
In a perfect world, Mike, 2 invaders run into each other, things can get pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be coming down to who is sneakier, who's using those supers at a good time, and it looks like Bravo team is going to take that one. It is now 1-1.
A big swing from behind there. Bravo spent a lot of time. At one point, I believe it was 60-20, and Bravo said, doesn't matter.
Not today.
Build up that big buffer of motes, get really good invasions going, and change the game.
Right. So in game 1, we are 1-1 for the rounds. This is the make or break. This is the tiebreaker, if you will, to see who wins game 1. And I don't know what to say. They're both doing things so well, and they're really changing up their playstyles. We saw them holding on to more motes this time than they did before, sending some of the larger blockers, the Ogre, the Taken Ogre. And so I'm curious to see if they're going to stick with that or switch it up going into this next round.
At the beginning of the game, like you said, Alphas decided what looked like to just hold on and push through. There was a small, medium, and large simultaneously. That can throw off your opponent big time, give you an opportunity to build up even more motes while they're trying to kind of scramble a little bit and take out what is coming through the gate. And curious to see if we're going to see that again. Like I said, the bars at the top, you watch those the gray bars grow. That's what the other team is carrying currently. And so you know what is potentially coming through the gate. Even right there as the shield slam Vic Mensa from that Cabal and the little gray bar whoop, drop down as his moats hit the ground.
Yeah, you have to be careful because some of these enemies hit very hard. If you're diving into the middle of them and die losing moats, you might as well have just died to an invader at that point.
Getting smacked by a shield doesn't seem like a good idea. I'm just saying, Mike.
Yep, absolutely. And you can see right now, like, Diesel is in the middle of like 6 enemies. If he's not careful, it doesn't back out soon, you could lose all those moats that he's carrying.
It's like the first blocker coming in from Alpha, a small. Not enough to worry about. You see Lucas still farming down those moats on the outside where that next wave of Cabal came in. And True Vanguard dropping 5 moats in, going to send a small blocker to Bravo's side. See what they can do with it.
Now, one thing I wanted to note is Alpha team actually has 2 supers, closing in on 3 supers, and the Bravo team doesn't have any right now. It would be a great opportunity for Alpha to do some invasions once they get that up. And they've got a good idea of how many moats the other team has based on that gray bar. So, placing that in there, Alpha is still unable to invade. Bravo has the invasion open.
Gates open. We'll see who decides to make a play here and push in.
Looks like Diesel, Optic Diesel is going through right now. He's trying to close the gap on them. With that rocket launcher, gets the first one on.
That going down,
Levine.
drops 10 moats. That's a big shift. Looking for rocket number 2. Just kind of watching. Those markers for player locations, super important for the invader. Pay attention to where they're moving, what they're doing. He's going to sneak up on True Vanguard here. The shotgun coming out. TV, you might want to turn around next time.
Now, that was actually a great play from 55.
For number 3, the
invader was in there, and she banked 10 moats.
She did.
She ran in, snuck in, banked them before you could kill them. That was probably the best play humanly possible out of 55 there, because if she would have died to one of those rockets, Optic Diesel would have been very, very happy with the moats they lost.
Now, looks like Alpha side now has a gate open, and True Vanguard has invaded. He's looking for targets. He's got that pulse rifle out. No ammo for anything else, but he does have a super. The slam coming from Diesel, and it does get him as True Vanguard tries to back away, but it is not enough. You're not fast enough, TV. You got to pick up your sticks. Try it again, bud.
Now jumping on with 5,000 watts. She's got that sniper rifle that we've seen is deadly, but also her spectral blades. We might see a bit of a combo here. Landing that first body shot. Can't kill him. Using that healing rift to stay alive, Vic Mensa. But now we're going to see some slice and dice.
The double from Miss 5,000 watts. Package 50 both going down to 1 swing, dude.
I couldn't believe it. That's like some AoE dagger action.
It is. She's looking for True Vanguard as well. Kind of floating up in the mid. She's floating around the outside. That's stealth, but it's not enough. The timer for invasion runs out. You got to make sure you're coordinating your pushes and watching that. If you try and mix it up, if you try and flank your opponent too much, get too fancy with your movements, the timer's going to run out, Mike, and it's going to be maybe a waste depending on how many eliminations you got before that. It all depends on how the player plays, but at least she took 2 before the 30 seconds were up.
Yep. I'm really enjoying seeing some of these players. Dylan Francis, he's been very consistent with getting those blockers in. It seems like he's actually focusing on the small blockers, and all of these guys that maybe haven't played as much Destiny as someone like True Vanguard or Watch, they're holding their own. They're getting kills. They're contributing to this fight. You don't have to be a PvP god or a raid god like a Dado, and you're still going to do good in Gambit if you're playing smart and talking to your team.
I guarantee you Dado already knows the best loadout for this game mode. I'm just saying. That seems like a Dado thing to do.
Yes.
He's watching this right now and writing all the numbers down. He's done the math, Mike. Now, True Vanguard looking for the snipes here, trying to get a mid-air elimination on Diesel, but could only land the 1. Looking for target number 2 in the back corner. Body shot, that's enough. Luca goes down, maybe only 1. Here it comes.
Oh!
Gets Miss 5,000 watts with the Thunder Crash. Looking for the pulse there to finish Diesel up.
Now, the nice thing is when you're invading, the enemies are actually on your team. They kind of melted Diesel here for him, and now True Vanguard can't quite get
in the middle of that engagement. I don't know if you noticed, it looked like True Vanguard actually lost track of Diesel because the movement out to the coast and hit behind the rock, and he was doing a 360 trying to find where he went to. Excellent move from Diesel there to avoid the elimination and stay in for his team. Now dropping those larger targets, like you said earlier, more motes drop from those. If you have the yellow bar, the elites out there, you want to look for those. Try and get as many as you can. Zach Levine, trying to make some moves. Pop the super, maybe a little early, we'll see. He's tracking down Miss 5000 watts on the outside. She's not carrying any motes, but elimination's an elimination, man.
Yep, and that's going to heal the Primeval. He needs to try and get this kill. The movement from Watts, fantastic. Can't quite close the gap.
A valiant effort from Zach, but Watts says, no thank you. I'm going to stay alive.
Right now, the communication from Bravo team is insane. As soon as he popped that Spectral Blades, even though he was invisible, they were shooting at him. They knew where he was, they were calling it out, and Watts was able to get away.
Primeval Slayer at 6 stacks right now. Luka decides to pop his super and stay in the well and just start zapping these opponents down. Everybody's staying alive. Now, this is an opportunity. If Alpha comes in with an invasion, they're all stacked up. Things could get hairy real quick.
Yeah, one well-placed rocket could kill multiple, and that's going to pretty much heal that Primeval for free. Oh!
Bravo way ahead, but Death heals Primeval. You see the HP bar back up to 1/3 for Bravo's Primeval. As Alpha says, we got to make a move here. We got to change our play and see what we can do. But it might not be enough. And the burn from Bravo.
They didn't even get their Primeval out.
They didn't.
They didn't even get their Primeval out. That was well executed, honestly. Every time Bravo invaded, they were slaying. And Alpha team, unfortunately, they were losing quite a few of their motes to random enemies. There was actually 2 deaths that I saw when someone wasn't even invading. And so you have to be careful with these enemies because they hit hard, very hard. So that is a huge win for the Bravo team. Let's talk to the Bravo team, Deej. Let's get a little chat with all of them.
Thank you, gentlemen. Bravo team, well done. That's 1-0. Talk to us about your win. What do you attribute this to?
How many motes you
Her.
Her.
No, after the first game, we realized that we just need to communicate a little bit more and start grabbing 5 motes in the beginning and just go bank. So then someone's not holding on to a ton of motes and everyone else is trying to
send those
find
blockers. Don't
Send
waste
the
your
blockers.
motes on death.
Exactly. Yeah. Make sure you're not dying. Stay safe. Get the motes and bank them.
Well, congratulations on your excellent display of leadership skills. Team Alpha, it's not over for you. We're not done here.
We came out swinging, but yeah, they got back up and bloodied our lips. So
yeah, well, every match has been close. It's been exciting to watch so far. Victory has not been assured on either side.
This guy has sick invasions, though.
Yes, an unexpected invasion phenomenon.
For her every time. Yeah.
So what are we doing differently next round?
Primary goal is to not die with motes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
This is the sole function right now.
Room for improvement. Good tactical intel to send to our audience at home. Ready to go again?
Ready.
Sir.
Team leaders,
Kill me with 15 motes.
begin the activity.
That's rough. That's rough. If you've got 50.
All right, Lupo, MTash, back up to you. If you were a part owner of one of these teams and their coach, what would you tell them during the halftime speech right now?
Mike?
Well, you know, Dr. Lupo, my friend, we just heard a little comment from True Vanguard saying, hey, you probably shouldn't lose some motes. Well, True Vanguard, you should probably stop dying to Optic Diesel 6 times every time you invade.
Of all people, True Vanguard probably should listen to his own advice the most.
No, honestly, everyone here is a great player. We've seen some awesome PvE teamwork, getting those modes, banking. Honestly, I'm loving some of the support play with that Well of Radiance, bursting down the Primeval.
Oh, absolutely.
It's disgusting because someone goes to invade and tries to shoot them, and they can tank it with the healing of that while bursting down the Primeval, or they turn fire on the invader and just destroy him with auto rifles and pulses.
Now, Bravo team actually mentioned, Watts said at a time, improving communication, the coordinating on timing these supers, the positioning, making sure they're all shooting the invader simultaneously. That was a big piece of the shift in gameplay for Bravo, and we're hoping, at least I'm hoping, that Alpha sees that as well. We got to get some communication going. Not that they're not. You know, True Vanguard, he's just got to turn that mic on a little bit. I think he has a mic, but I'm just saying. And maybe make sure that everyone knows they're on the same page. A push at the exact same time. Everyone on the same page, all shooting simultaneously.
We saw that earlier with 55. We heard her screaming, the invader's on us. And so it's good to see they are talking. And honestly, I mean, Ryan, True Vanguard, I think in, 3 of his invasions, he had 3. He had the only 4-piece that we saw. So he is killing. We just like to roast our friend. But I'm excited to see, again, what are the changes? Are they going to do the small blockers? Are they going to go to the big blockers? There's so many tactics that we're seeing here, and even in the first game, we've seen them changing it up repeatedly on how they're playing Gambit.
We've heard commentary already on getting the 5 motes, making an early deposit, just to start putting pressure on the opposing team. Want to see if both teams start to take that as their strategy and make plays with it.
Yeah. some super usage that you're going to see, I think, on these Primevals to burst them down. We're seeing a lot of supers being used on the players, but Spectral Blades does a ton of damage to that Primeval. If you're throwing down the Well of Radiance to burst it down, the amount of damage that you're going to unleash on these Primevals is pretty tough to deal with. So if you're in a race trying to kill that, you might be better off just focusing on damage instead of invasions early on, right? Especially if you can team fire.
Yeah,
right.
You have to remember to defend yourself at the same time, though, because if the other team knows that you've popped certain supers at the right time, they can watch the feed in the bottom left. They say, okay, they're clearly trying for a DPS moment right here. Let's get a solid invasion. Somebody maybe with some rocket ammo come in and look for the well. Drop a rocket or two in there, pop your super and go in big. You can shift the dynamic of the game immediately.
Lupo, something I'm noticing now is actually we have a combatant change, an enemy change on the map. We're still on the Emerald Coast, the EDZ map, but we're fighting Fallen now.
Oh man, of all of the targets in all the world, Fallen for me are one of the most frustrating because they dodge behind things what feels like constantly.
Right.
And it makes engaging them. Cabal last round, they're up in your face the whole time. So getting moats, you have a lot of grouping happening. But if these Fallen are behind, even right there, you see Luca trying to engage right there, and just little dodges behind around the corner can slow your moat gathering down immediately.
Now we were talking about True Vanguard earlier being lethal, and he already starts it off with that snipe. Looking for another target. This player, Dylan Francis, with 10 moats, takes him out. That's a huge kill for True Vanguard, able to get that kill.
Simultaneously in the feed, you see Diesel dropping 50 and Vic Mensa with the shotgun. True Vanguard taking Luca down. Wow. The body shot, going for the finish on Watts, midair, and gets it at the last second.
That is another 4-piece for True Vanguard. He's murdering
he's on
today.
fire.
He's taking our advice. He's turning it around.
I'm glad
he's going to win this game. I can feel it. I can feel it. He's got that power going. But Diesel, he's going to pick up that ammo right away here. And we've seen him being good at invading, good at defending. They've got a pretty good team on Bravo. I'm excited to see how this plays out, because right now Alpha is ahead. You know, they lost the first game, but they're ahead right now. They've got more moats. They got more moats in their back pocket ready to put in. They're going to have a portal right away, and Bravo needs to start picking it up if they want to deal with this Alpha team.
Now you had both of those invasions at the same time. It essentially cleared the carried moats for both teams. You saw the bar at the top was reset. There was no gray. Nobody had their hands on any moats. True Vanguard invading now, but it's kind of a reset of the game. Maybe change up your playstyle. Maybe it's time to build up a really big buffer of moats, put multiple large blockers through simultaneously, or just do a big multi-push at the same time. True Vanguard on the feed, taking Luca down. Dylan Francis, though, saying, no, no, no. The shotgun, some banter that hopefully was not heard, but it's okay. True Vanguard going down. Dylan Francis asserting dominance on the field right now with that shotgun.
He's even got a sweatband on. I wonder if he's going to be kind of picked up by the sweat community.
What a gamer. What an absolute gamer.
An athlete, a cyber athlete, if you will.
Can't wait for him to add that to his Twitter profile.
He's going to change his name. Dylan Francis, the cyber athlete.
Cyber athlete.
Using a Thunder Crash now on these Vandals. As you can see, the devastation with that. You can really clear out enemies. Granted, those were pretty weak ones, but...
If you look at it this way, Dylan essentially just said, I am more concerned with these PvE opponents than True Vanguard, because all it took was a shotgun to take him out.
Wow. I can't believe it. We are just roasting him, yet True Vanguard is one of the biggest slayers in the game right now.
Yeah,
We're seeing an invasion, though, right now. It actually looks like Watts is going in. Miss 5,000 Watts with the sniper rifle and her Spectral Blade super.
And she has rocket ammo. A full repertoire of weaponry here. And Vic Mensa, the first target. Vic, good
effort. It's hard, though, because those invaders have a little bit of an extra shield. True Vanguard trying to go for a counter snipe against her. Miss 5,000 Watts still sneaking around, but Zach Levine with a rocket launcher play, taking out Watts, shutting down that invasion. Great, but look at all these blockers. Look at this. There's phalanxes, there's knights, there's a taken ogre right now on the map. It's actually the Primeval.
Here we go. Zach Levine, they mentioned earlier, was excellent luck with these invasions. Let's see if we can pull it off again. Pushing to the bulk of 3 Guardians on the left side. Alpha team looking to make a play here. Dylan Francis with the shotgun, not enough. Zach Levine gets the first elim. Going for number 2 on Luca. Gets number 2. The rocket from Watts shuts it down, but a 2-piece for Zach. An excellent invasion.
Only a sliver of health on him, too. He needed to hit that shot, or that swipe with the blade, and did it. But look at the Primeval HP Alpha team kind of melting this boss right now. Bravo needs to get some kills here to heal up that Prime Evil. You're going to see if Diesel is able to get a couple of kills, that Prime Evil's HP.
Cross map rocket from Diesel gets Vic Mensa.
Oh!
But True Vanguard shuts him down to the Thunder Crash.
And what did we say? True Vanguard needs to take out Diesel. He can't die on those invades. Diesel invades, so True Vanguard says, no. I'm going to Thunder Crash you. I'm going to take you out. No more kills for you.
Now it's True Vanguard's turn to show him how it's done. Push him back in. His invasions have been excellent thus far, dropping a lot of 3 and 4 pieces. Over the rocket, mid-air shot on Diesel, dodges the rocket from Diesel, and the pulse rifle gets Diesel. Death heals Prime Evil, but it might not be enough. We'll see here in a second.
Alpha Team is actually melting their enemy while True Vanguard is slaughtering them.
And it was enough.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Excellent play from Alpha Team there. The coordinated strike.
Yep.
You have an invasion from True Vanguard, picking up eliminations, healing the Prime Evil, while his team is burning their own down.
Yeah.
True Vanguard's maybe starting to take this seriously, Mike.
Oh, he's focused. He's ready to go. You should see, he's got a big smile on his face over there. He knows what he did. He had probably 6, 7, 8, 9 eliminations there in that. That's tremendous.
Putting on a good
the amount
show.
of motes that he's taken away from them, beautiful. But honestly, everyone is still playing very smart. We're seeing kills out of everyone. We're seeing motes put in for everyone. I think it's closer than many people might realize.
And we've seen big swings already. Bravo in the first round, they were a deficit of roughly 40 and were able to push back and take that game as well.
Right.
We can see the same thing from Alpha this time around. It all depends on how the game plays out. And what kind of coordination for supers, you know, the heavy ammo, who's pulling rockets at the right time and using them in the right way, and timing your supers you know, together, making these coordinated pushes. It can make a world of difference.
Yeah, and we're actually seeing on the Bravo team, they have a lot more super energy than Alpha. They burnt through quite a bit while trying to kill the Prime Evil, as well as counter supers. So we might see one of those swings where it's going to go one round for one team, one round for the other, simply because of how many resources they have. The super energy, the grenade energy, all those things going into round 2.
Now you see, Bravo has already deployed multiple small blockers. They've already have 16 motes deposited. I think the strategy here was just overwhelm. Push through with as many as they can, get distractions in on the other side, because you have to remember, every time there's a blocker in, the opposing team, they can't deposit their motes. They have to clear the blocker out. Small, medium, large, doesn't matter. It still puts a stop to depositing, and that's a big shift in momentum.
You're also putting some, pretty beefy enemies into the middle of the map to disrupt them, so you can't move across the map as safely. If someone's invading as well, you've got a lot of enemies surrounding you, and when you invade, you're on the team of the enemies.
Exactly.
Right?
And we see here Watts has invaded. She's got the snipe out. She's looking to pull a shot here in 50. There's an obstacle in the way. Here we go. You hear the call out from 55. Not enough.
Away though, couldn't get away. That Spectral Blades is pretty lethal and pretty quick. Now hunting for other targets. This invader has a lot of information, able to see where players are on the map, but they don't know where she is. Everyone's trying to just stay away from her there. That's a good safe play.
She's dangerous like that, and trying to engage when you don't necessarily have the coordinated fire or the heavy weaponry to take a super out when you need one. Might be a better option, like you saw there, to just back off.
Yep. We're seeing a ton of these taken phalanx. These are the small blocker, and that's actually the nice thing, is even though it's the small blocker, they're very frustrating to deal with. They've got the shields, they hit pretty hard, and so if you're sending just a couple of small blockers through, you're gonna have a good time. Now actually Diesel, it looks like Diesel just went in. He's got his super ready, he's got a shotgun ready, he's pushing in with that Thunder Crash on 55.
Oh, the line of sight stops it. 55 surviving, but the shotgun from Diesel might... A single punch in the face. You hate to see it, Mike.
Well, honestly, his aim was a little bit like yours, Lupo. Wasn't able to land anything with that shotgun, so he had to resort to the punch. Titan's kind of favorite way of killing enemies. But some beautiful pull shots down and gets the kill at the last millisecond there during the invade.
Unbelievable. Diesel already has more eliminations on True Vanguard than you ever have, Mike. You hate to see it, but we'll see maybe in the future if you guys get to play against each other. Maybe you can change it up.
We'll see. I'm not going to take any sort of bets on that because chances are I'm going to die. We got a little bit of tango going around this tree. Zach Levine knows where Watts is. Watts has no clue because he's a sneaky little snake, getting that shotgun pushing in, but unable to get the kill.
The timing, maybe it potentially saved him in that moment. If Watts had hit another shot as he was pushing forward with that shotgun, that could have been all she wrote, you know?
Yeah, you have to remember that dying is still going to generate super energy for that other team. So if you're invading and throwing, if you're invading and dying, you're helping the other team more than you're helping your team. Exactly. You got to be very careful when you go through that you have a super, rockets, some way of slaying. Now, if you look at the score, it is 30. Now it's 42, but it's 62 to 42, but they also have enough points to get their Primeval up. They're going to have this Primeval up 30 points sooner than the Alpha team. So Bravo is really picking it up, kind of what we said. Exactly. Bravo might be able to use their super energy and things like that to take this advantage into round 2. You can see Bravo team is focused, ready to go. We've got sweatbands on. You can see the game faces going. Optic Diesel doing some work.
True Vanguard with the invasion here. Alpha team says it's time to stop, all right? You might have your Primeval out, but my name is True Vanguard, and I know how to snipe.
He's
looking for the shot on Watts there. Could not get the line of sight. Decides to go for Diesel instead. The body shot single. The 2 body shots. Diesel still alive. Finishes with the pulse. Gets 1 down. Death does heal Primeval, so Bravo team's Primeval back to full. Looking for the shot, long distance, gets Dylan Francis, but Watts with the shutdown, the headshot on True Vanguard.
And actually, that's a big play from Watts. True Vanguard had 5 motes in his back pocket that he's now not able to bank, so you got to be careful if you're going through that portal. Get rid of some of those motes in the back door.
Timing here with the well, as you said, is super important. They're trying to get a really, really good burn going. Bravo team saying it is time to capitalize on the advantage we have over Alpha. You know,
they're grouped up though. True Vanguard coming in with a Thunder Crash. You might be able to take out multiple players. Oh!
Gets the shot too, goes for the 3-piece. Couldn't get it. Watts shuts him down, but that was big.
That was huge.
The well destroyed. 2 eliminations.
The HP on the Primeval. Death heals Primeval. And, you know, they're almost closing in on their own Primeval. They might be able to come back and win this if their invasions are good. Another death. Dying to that Primeval's Ogre Laser Beam. You have to be careful.
You see in the feed, Zach has invaded. We're going to look for potentially a big play coming in here. Rocket coming out, takes Watts down, maybe the biggest threat on the other side, which means now is the time. Pops the super, he's stealth, he's got to push in, take advantage of them all clustered. Gets number 2. Dylan Francis looking for the 3-piece here in just a second.
Wow,
gets
another one.
Diesel down.
Oh,
the 4-piece.
Look at the HP bars. They're almost equal right now.
Look at the smile on this man's face, knowing he just dominated Bravo team.
Yeah, he's been tremendous on those invasions.
Yes,
he's been doing very well as invasions. His kill ratios are insane right now.
Mike, it might be time for Alpha to bench True Vanguard on the invasions and just let Zach, you know, drive it.
What? Wait. Are you seeing the HP bar?
Yeah. It disappeared.
It's gone.
It disappeared.
If you looked on the left side there, they had a buff called Primeval Slayer. The longer that Primeval is up, the more damage you're going to do, and they had it out 30, 40 points before the other team, and they really took advantage of it there.
As you were just saying, like if you have an opportunity to get your Primeval out as soon as possible, you get that buff.
Yeah.
Timing that then with a lot of supers simultaneously, stop an invasion like they did and say, all right, now's the time. Everybody pop everything that they have, see if you can get a really big push. And that was a massive shift.
Oh,
that burn was incredibly fast. And
even with all the kills that True Vanguard got, that Zach Levine got, they couldn't keep up with the burst damage of Bravo team.
It was a big play from Zach too. He had four kills.
Yeah.
And it still was not enough. Still was not enough.
So we are 1-1 right now, it looks like. And again, we're in the same situation here. 1-1, a tiebreaker going into game 2. I'm loving how close things are here.
The pressure.
We're seeing some great tactics out of both teams. We're seeing great invasions out of multiple different players here. It's not just True Vanguard, it's not just Watts. We're seeing some other players step up to the plate. And we've already got 15 in the bank for Alpha Team.
Now, we've been in this situation, like you said, in the past. We were, the last round, we were in a 1 point for both sides. It came down to the tiebreaker to determine who wins. Now, what would you do to change it up, Mike, as team leader of whichever side you're on? How would you change your strategy to maybe throw the other team off?
I think both teams aren't paying enough attention to these invaders. We're seeing so many deaths to these invaders that I think that's the call, is focus fire these enemies and stop grouping up, because they're popping a Spectral Blade and then dancing through 5 opponents and getting them.
Zach with the invasion, trying to put on a show like last round, but we did just have a large blocker come through. Diesel dropped 15 motes in, gets rocketed by Zach, but it's a little too late to stop the mote deposit, as we said. That means there's a large blocker out for Alpha Team they got to look out for.
And there's also a ton of motes in the back pocket of these players. If he's able to get a kill, he might shut down 11, 12, 13. Everyone's playing safe. I like this. Luka Doncic hiding behind the rock,
this is
sneaking around. Don't!
Oh, and it's not enough. Zach takes him out. That's 11 motes dropped from Luka.
With just a couple of seconds left there. That's a huge play.
We haven't seen fear like that yet. I think they're starting to see Zach is a big threat during invasion times. He's put on a really good show, and man, I want to see more of it.
Yep. I'm loving it.
Shotgun.
I'm loving it. We've got Alpha Team. Look at this.
Dylan,
44 points. Bravo Team only at 26.
An 11 mote deposit from Bravo, followed by a 15 mote deposit from Bravo. A big shift. That's a medium and a large blocker coming out on Alpha's side. They got to look out for that, but they do have their portal up, so we could see an invasion here literally any second.
Yep. I'm loving the teamwork, though, from Alpha Team. I'm hearing them calling out. They've got a ton of these motes in their back pockets. They're going to start opening up another portal once they bank. 55 has been so good at communicating with her team and being consistent with those motes and not dying. She honestly has been calling out those invaders better than anyone else today. Really loving what I'm seeing from this Alpha Team right now.
You notice, though, Bravo's sitting on that portal. Do you see at the top the little indicator there that they have a portal open? It's waiting. I think they're trying to coordinate. They're trying to time the event just the right time. The Thunder Crash from True Vanguard takes 2 motes from Luka. Trying to react to Watson there and see if he can put a stop to her as well.
Punching her directly in the face. And
right as he gets teleported back, the timing of the invasion almost perfect.
Yeah. He noticed that he was running out of time. He got aggressive. He threw a fist into her skull, and it did a ton of damage there.
See, a second ago, Bravo still holding on to that portal.
Now, there's a Primeval up in just 1 point, but we've got an invasion now coming.
1,000 watts. Going for the snipe shot. Zach trying to roll away. It's not enough. Not fast enough, Zach. Watts.
Now, that one mote would have been enough to get the Primeval. That kill is actually way more important than you might think.
2 eliminations on this invasion. She's got 10 seconds left. Looking for number 3, 55. The pulse rifle shots might be enough. They are. 50 goes down, looking for number 4. Second. Oh, she did not get the rocket off. I was looking for the last second shot before she got teleported out. Imagine right as she disappears, the rocket still gets fed through, gets the 4th elimination there.
Now it's 74-74. That invasion shut down Alpha for so long. Watts in there again.
Coming down the wire
with another invasion. She is a one-woman wrecking ball right now, taking out the Alpha Team 1 by 1. No one has any idea where they are.
The shot on
True Vanguard maybe.
Puts the wall up, tries to block. It's not enough. You see that she shot it right on the left side of the wall. TV put it up. He's thinking he's safe, but he's not. It's not enough. She gets a second elim on 55 there. Still has a little bit of time left on this one.
Now, Primeval HP bars are very similar, but these invasions, these kills are going to change everything up. Zach Levine right now pushing in with Spectral Blades. No one really knows where he is because he's off the radar and invisible.
Catches Dylan in a little tunnel there. Death heals the Primeval. 3 seconds left on the elim, maybe too wide of a flank, but an excellent effort there.
This is so intense. Every invasion they're getting kills. The Primevals are both up. This is the final round to see who's going to win this first match. Or the second match. We're going into game 3 after this one. We've got the Well of Radiance down now, trying to burst down this boss, and they're doing some real damage.
Luka Doncic putting down the wells we were talking about before, coordinating everybody in a ball, try and sit inside and just get as much bonus damage. The Primeval Slayer stacking up. They're at 4 right now. That Well of Radiance, 15 seconds left, and they're just DPSing as fast as they can. Bravo team trying to take game 2, coming down to the wire. We're going to have to see an invasion from Alpha. Might not be soon enough, and it's not. Bravo team takes game 2.
Beautiful. You know, I was going to say Alpha better do something. They're burning down this Primeval. They sent True Vanguard through, but it's just a second too late. They're focused on the DPS, and that's the nice thing about this game. You don't have to be a PvP god to win games. If you're focused, if you're doing that DPS to the Primeval, you can win games. And I think everyone who gets their hands on Gambit tomorrow is going to enjoy it.
I'm excited. It means that you have a chance as well, which is excellent. I'm just kidding.
I might actually win a game. I can't believe it. It's so exciting. Now let's jump over with Bravo team to talk about that win.
Thank you so much, MTash, Dr. Lupo. Great commentary, wonderful win. That just went back and forth and back and forth. Ms. 5000 Watts, Luka Doncic, Diesel,
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Dylan Francis, everyone on Team Bravo. Great win. Thank you so much for playing. Team Alpha, wonderful effort. Wonderful effort. Even in defeat, you walk off the battlefield of destiny with some loot. So we thank you for playing. We thank you for playing. We thank you for joining us here today. You made this look awesome. You made it look fun. Thank you for your communication and your heroism and putting on a good show for our friends back at home.
We had a good time.
So thank you so much for watching this today. This has been our Gambit Showdown. Tomorrow, every player of Destiny 2 is welcome to get a taste of this. Death heals primeval. That's the truth. That's the way to victory. Join us on any platform for the Gambit free trial. We hope to see you there in these arenas. Jump in, form a team. We'll match make it for you if you don't have one. Now, on the first day, on launch day of Destiny 2 Forsaken on September 4th, Gambit is available on day one. We hope we'll see you. The hunt is on. Gambit is this new activity, competitive and cooperative. We hope you enjoy it. We certainly have today. Thank you again for everyone who played. Lupo, Mtasht, thanks for calling the action. I'm Deej from Bungie. It's been a lot of fun to host this. That's the end of our show.
This little game you're about to play, I call Gambit.